Hello and welcome back to Innovative Check, your prime spot for thought-provoking insights, trend analysis and forecasts on the global landscape. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and hit that bell icon to ensure you never miss any of our exciting content. Today's topic? The global exodus from the US dollar. Yup, we're talking about the hot buzzword of the decade, de-dollarization, which is gaining serious steam now. The strategic moves of China and Russia, the response of other nations, the emergence of new options, and the rising role of gold. So, stick around, this one's gonna be a roller coaster. Subscribe to Innovative Check, like our videos and comment. The discourse on the gradual de-dollarization has gained significant momentum in recent years. Countries globally are exploring alternatives to the US dollar for their economic transactions, with notable attention being paid to other currencies such as the Chinese yuan. There has also been a resurgence in the popularity of gold as an economic asset. The following sections explore these intricate developments, unpacking how they have come about and their potential implications. The idea of de-dollarization started gaining ground when Latin American nations proposed a shared currency known as the sucre, under the Union of South American Nations, UNISUR. However, the idea never truly materialized. By 2017, the world was abuzz with talk of the petro-yuan, an arrangement where Saudi Arabia would receive Chinese yuan instead of US dollars for its oil exports to China. This move was a significant departure from the established agreement that Saudi Arabia would sell its oil exclusively in US dollars. The US implemented heavy sanctions on China in 2018, triggering China to devise a workaround, known as the Cross-Border Interbank Payment System, CIPS. This new system allowed China to conduct economic transactions independent of the US-dominated SWIFT system. Similarly, in 2014, due to the contentious Crimea situation, the US sanctioned Russia, resulting in Russia's ejection from the SWIFT mechanism. In response, Russia developed its system called the System for Transfer of Financial Messages, SPFs, to enable international transactions. Global Currency Reserves Overview. Despite these developments, as of April 2023, the US dollar remained a dominant currency, accounting for 54% of the world's reserves, according to the International Monetary Fund, IMF. In comparison, the yuan accounted for a mere 2.5%, while the euro took up about 19%. China's economic prowess and the rise of the yuan. In 2021, China's trade numbers soared to an astonishing $6.064 trillion United States dollars, roughly 30% higher than the US's $4.691 trillion United States dollars. The gap has continued to widen, with China rapidly becoming the principal trading partner for several countries worldwide. Furthermore, by 2022, transactions in the Chinese yuan had surpassed those in the American dollar, indicating a growing preference for the yuan in international trade. Other nations' response to the US dollar. The US sanctions on Russia for its involvement in Ukraine led to economic setbacks for the country, fueling the desire to reduce dependency on the US dollar. A shining example of this is Russian President Vladimir Putin's executive order that countries on unfriendly terms with Russia could not sign natural gas contracts using any currency other than the ruble. This trend of de-dollarization also saw Iraq opting to trade with China using yuan instead of the dollar, while France agreed to accept yuan from China for 65,000 tons of liquefied gas. The impact of quantitative easing on the US dollar. The concept of quantitative easing has significantly contributed to the weakening of the US dollar. This practice, which started in 2008, involved the production of large quantities of money without boosting production. Over the past 15 years, there has been a 40% increase in the US dollars in circulation, which has led to increased inflation. Russia's strategy towards de-dollarization. Russia has taken steps to settle trade with ASEAN countries using their local currencies, further distancing itself from the US dollar. This strategy aligns with those of other emerging market economies such as China, India, and ASEAN, all looking to mitigate the impact of Western sanctions and the instability of the global payment system. New alternatives to the US dollar. Countries worldwide are increasingly using the yuan to settle trade. Indian refiners have adopted the yuan to pay for oil imports from Russia, while Argentina has used the yuan to settle part of its debt with the IMF. The BRICS nations are also considering introducing their currency to challenge the dollar's dominance.
The re-emergence of gold as a safe asset.
In a notable shift, central banks and sovereign wealth funds have begun repatriating their gold assets, indicative of a growing lack of faith in the US dollar. These moves have been influenced by geopolitical tensions and uncertainties, as seen in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. The massive global shift away from the US dollar. So, what's your take? Would you like to try out some other currency? Let us know in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And remember, subscribe to Innovative Check for more insightful content on global trends. Until next time, keep innovating.